Hello everybody, welcome back to another Expeditions Guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at raining cars. This is a task in Wahweap Bay to unlock the Tatra 805. So we're going to be using the Warthog and the Action, and the reason we're doing that is we're going to drop the Action right off here because this climb, and I'll show you when we get there, is particularly difficult to get back up. But once you get up over that, the rest of it is free and clear. So basically we're going to follow this route around down over here. There's a bridge right here that we're going to be going across. I've already got it built, but if you don't, 75 spare parts. So we're going to go through the swamp, come up through the canyon here, grab the truck, and basically just bring it back the way we came. So for this mission, like I mentioned before, I'm using the Warthog and the Action. Both trucks I have anchors and jack screws for emergency purposes. I never leave without them. They are the most amazingly helpful tools in this game that you can bring with you on your expeditions. And in addition to that, since we're doing most of this with the Warthog itself, I have the sideboard beds full of fuel. So we got plenty of fuel for this adventure. So let's get started. So leaving from the east outpost, we're going to go ahead and follow this ridge here. Right over here, we're going to go all the way to the left. We want to get over this crack in the ground. We want to be careful because we don't want to lose our Action in the process. So we're going to go right through the middle of these trees and then down over this rock here. And we're going to just drive straight up. And we're going to go right over this rock here. And from here, we're going to stay to the left side, go around this big crack in the ground here. And once we get to the other side, we're going to take a big, wide, arcing turn here. And right here is where we're actually going to drop off the Action, so we're going to leave it behind. And this is the rocks I was talking about here. So trying to get over this is very steep. So instead of trying to get both my truck and the Tatra up, I'm going to pull the Tatra up onto this plateau where I'm parked now. And from there, we'll be able to grab it with the Action and finish the job. And I'll show you that when we get the truck up there. But once we get to the bottom of this hill, we're going to head this way through the little canyon here. We're going to snake our way through. It's kind of muddy here, but it's not like really like super mud or anything like that. So we're just going to kind of work our way through. And we're going to go right around these trees here. And from here we're going to jump across. And there's going to be a hill right here that we'll be able to use. So we're going to just scale down this really nice. And that's why I bring jack screws. Alright, just in case you get weird physics dumps like that. What I was trying to do is go this way. And from here, just take a nice wide turn. That's what I was trying to do. It's kind of going a little too fast there, hit a rock at a weird angle. So that just... the weird angles like that, that's why I bring jack screws and anchors. Try to avoid that as much as I can, especially for these guides, but sometimes it just happens. So we're going to keep going here. So we're going to go right across this, and we're going to follow this ridge line all the way down, and that is going to get us to another ramp down that will take us to a even lower level that we'll then be able to use to get to the bridge that will take us to the swamp. So once we make it over here, we're going to make our way down. Once we make it down to the bottom, we're going to go around the left side here. That is a terrible spot there. Pull myself back around there. Just kind of a bad angle. Alright, so now we're going to go right across our bridge. And do note, I am using the Warthog. The Warthog does not have a snorkel. So normally going through water, not the best idea with the Warthog, but we're going through some pretty shallow water here, so not having the snorkel is really not even a hindrance at all for what we're doing here. Alright, so once we get across the swamp here, we're going to go ahead and make our way up this hill. Alright, once we make it up the hill, we're going to kind of follow this path right around the edge of this big cliff here. And we're going to be very careful here because even though it looks relatively smooth, it is far from it. As you can see, there's lots of rocky ridges and stuff that we're kind of climbing over. As we're making our way through here, we're going to go right through the middle of the forest here. Go around this tree, and we're going to stay left side here. Climb up over this rock. And we're going to stay to the left. And this is going to get us all the way to our Tatra 805. So we're going to drive forward kind of onto this yellow square here. And what I'm going to do is we're going to back up to the truck from here. And from here we'll be able to latch onto it. Let's just pull it out of here. Alright, now that we've got it latched on, I'm going to get us a better angle and we're going to drive on out of here. So with the Tatra in tow, basically we're just going to follow the route backwards. So we're going to stay up on this ridge here. We're going to go down on the left here. And this time, instead of going through the woods, we're going to go around the outside of them on the left side here. Just because trying to pull trucks through trees is usually a bad time. So we're going to go right down into this little crevice here. We're just going to continue to follow the path here. And while I'm at it, I am going to go ahead and skip the morning. That way you guys can see a little bit better. Alright, so once we make it through here, we're going to go right down the hill here. So we're going to go over this left side here, and that's going to keep us kind of on this smooth ground. So we're going to have to kind of zigzag a little bit, so we want to make sure we're not going too fast here. Kind of make our way around that. Tatra flipped. Should right itself here. If it doesn't, that's okay. Alright, so unfortunately our Tatra flipped on us going around the hill here. So we're just going to go ahead and get that righted real quick. There we go. We're just going to give it a little tug. I will say, this vehicle recovery mission is probably one of the more difficult ones that I've come across. And a lot of that is just due to the maze-like structure of Wahweap Bay. And just a little bit of general unpredictability. 'Cause I don't know what it is. Like, I've tried making this guide a couple of times, and when I dry ran this mission just to kind of put a route together, I didn't really have any issues with it. Everything went like super smooth. But for some reason, trying to make this video, I have had just a plethora of just random issues happening along this route. And it has honestly been driving me insane. So that's why, like, at first I was like, oh, this is a super easy one. But then, like, the more times I do it, the more, like, random unpredictability I run into trying to do this one. So that's why, like, I definitely, like, ranked this one a little bit higher than initially I thought. So, you know, definitely have fun with this one. Because it honestly has been, like, a really, really fun truck recovery mission. But yeah. So, once we've made it across the bridge, we're going to go ahead and do our climb here. Now, this is a tough climb, especially pulling a vehicle. So, I do have the Tatra 805 actually running at the moment, just to give us a little bit more strength. As we just slowly make our way up this hill here. Once we make it up the hill, we're going to go up to the left side here. There we go. Had to break it free a little bit. Come on up. Oh, I'm out of fuel, that's why. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and fuel up. That is why I bring all that fuel with me. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now that we are fueled up, we've got the truck in tow. We're going to make our way along this ridge here. And we're going to go over this crack. We're going to stay all the way to the right side here. And just climb up and over these rocks here. And we're going to go to the right side here. Up and down. Alright, once we get over here, we're going to go right to the right side of these rocks here. And we're going to do that big sweeping turn I was talking about earlier. So that is going to allow us to go down this side here. And that is going to give us just a straight shot up the mountain here. And this is the second hardest part of this climb here. So I'm actually going to pressure down. Drop the Tatra for just a moment. Get a little bit of distance on it. Fire that engine up. And what we're trying to do is just kind of pull it a little bit closer to us. Like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drive right up onto this ridge here. Up at the top. And this is actually where I'm going to pull the truck from. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want it to go around that ridge. See that rock right to the right of it? If you try to pull it straight on, the truck will get stuck there. So if you pull it from the side here, there you have it. The truck is free. Alright, so with our truck free, now we can just pull it right out. let's bring it a little closer to us. And we're almost in the home stretch here. So we're going to go right around the outside of these trees. Oh, I forgot to pressure back up. That's alright. At least it doesn't like instantly blow your tires. It just kind of does enough damage where it's like, oh, maybe I should not do that. Alright, so we're going to, once again, we're going to kind of snake in through this little canyon here. So we're going to go to the left side here, and we're going to get us a nice wide angle arc here. Just so we can hit this as straight as we can here. So we're going to go low gear, diff lock, and we're going to pressure down. And we're going to head right on up here. This part is not too bad. So I'm actually going to unhook the Tatra, get myself up, and then we can pull this thing up. See what I mean about trying to get the truck up here? The Warthog just does not want to go up this right now. So this is where we're actually going to swap trucks. So I just need to get my Warthog out of the way here without pushing the Tatra down the hill. Alright, so I'm just going to park this over here, and we're going to go ahead and hop in the Action. And we're going to go ahead and grab the Tatra. And that is going to allow us to just pull this thing right up. May need just a better angle for it here. Like I said, this is the single hardest part of this climb here. If you can get this thing up here, you are golden at that point. Alright, come on. There we go. Okay, we got it. Alright, so yeah, that is the toughest spot to get across. But like I said, once you get it up that ledge, we're basically done. Alright, so we're going to use the Action, and we're just going to make our way back to the base. And then you will be able to add the Tatra 805 to your fleet. So we're going to go around the left side of this rock here. And from there we're going to go down this side. I'm going to bring the Action over here. Unfortunately, I gotta flip this thing back over again. Like I said, there's just so much unpredictability with this mission for some reason. Because I have had some runs where the Tatra is flipping all the time. I've had some where it just doesn't flip at all. And this is just one of those where it just like is kind of flipping. Alright, so we're going to pull it up over here. Let's pull it closer so we don't get snagged on the tree. Alright, so with the truck in tow, we're going to stay to the right side here, climb over this crack in the ground. Like so. Come on, buddy. There you go. There we go. I am not quite sure what we are stuck on, but... Oh, there we go. There we go. We just had to break it free of the rock. Alright, all we got to do now is drive up to the drop-off location at the base. There we go. Just got to bring it up a last little bit here. Alright, and there you have it. That is raining cars to unlock the Tatra 805. Like I said, I do apologize. This one was a little bit messier than some of my other truck rescue videos, and that is just the unpredictability of this map. I don't know what it is about this map, but there's just a lot of just like random rocks and ledges that you can just get caught on, and the truck you're towing just kind of flips. So, but either way, this route might take you a little bit. It might take a little bit of trial and error, but it should get you the Tatra 805. Hopefully you have a little less unpredictability than I did, but there you have it. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys like this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.